All right, let me start by hitting you with a question. One that's right at the heart of Mitch Albom's novel, Twice. What if you could do anything in your life twice? Seriously, what if you had a second shot at any single moment you chose? So, our story kicks off not with some magical fantasy, but with a crime. We meet this guy, Alfie Logan. He's an old man, not in the best of health, and he's just won millions of dollars at a casino. And we're not talking a lucky win. This was so statistically impossible that the casino is screaming cheater. And here's the really clever part about how the story is told. The whole thing is actually Alfie's confession. He's sitting in an interrogation room with a super skeptical detective, and to explain how he pulled off this impossible win, he starts telling his entire life story. It's set up like a mystery, but the answer isn't some clever scam. It's something way, way more extraordinary. So let's start with this present-day conflict, because it's the frame that holds Alfie's entire, incredible past together. Okay, so here are the key players on the board. You've got Alfie, our main guy. Then there's Detective Vincent Laporta, this kind of world-weary investigator who's just trying to figure out what is going on. And the key piece of evidence, it isn't some hidden camera or a team of con artists. It's Alfie's personal, handwritten diary. The entire explanation for how he won is supposedly right there, inside the pages of his own life story. So that's our setup. We've got a casino win that just completely defies logic, and a confession that promises to explain it all. But really, what kind of secret could be powerful enough to literally bend the laws of chance? Well, let's find out. All right, now we get to the real heart of the matter. We're about to uncover the secret behind Alfie's impossible win. This fantastical gift that just changes everything. And this incredible secret? It all starts when Alfie is just a kid. He's only 8 years old when he discovers he has this unique, almost unbelievable ability. He can relive any moment of his life. And they call it the power of twice. Get this, it's an inherited ability passed down through his family that lets him rewind time on any single moment and make a totally different choice. It's a do-over for literally anything. But, and this is a big but, like any great power, it comes with some very, very strict rules. And these rules, they create some incredibly high stakes. First, you only get one do-over for any given moment. That's it. No third chances. Second, and this one is absolutely crucial, you can't change mortality. You can't bring someone back from the dead or prevent a death that's meant to happen. And third, once you make that second choice, the first one is just gone. It's completely erased from history, and your new choice becomes the one and only reality for everybody. So you've got this insane power. What do you do with it? Win the lottery every week? Become a stock market genius? Nope. For Alfie, his motivation is something so much more human. He wants to use his gift to craft the perfect love story. For Alfie, it's all about one person, Gianna, his childhood friend who he is convinced is his soulmate. And he uses his power meticulously, obsessively to win her over. Just think about that for a second. Every awkward first date, erased. Every conversation, perfected. He uses his power to dodge dangers and engineer this seemingly flawless path right into her life, right into her heart. It's not just about getting the girl. It's about creating a love story with zero missteps, zero regrets. And this quote right here, it just perfectly captures Alfie's entire mindset. He becomes obsessed with these tiny pivotal moments. He relives them, he refines them, he perfects them, all in the service of this one great love. He truly believes that if he can just get every single moment right, their life together will be absolutely perfect. Can you even imagine the pressure of that? Constantly searching for the one flawless choice? And throughout their story, there's this recurring image of Lalu the elephant. It represents this shared memory from their childhood, a time of innocence, a pure and uncomplicated connection. And in a lot of ways, Lalu is a symbol of the very thing Alfie is trying so desperately to recapture and perfect with his power. But you know how these things go. This obsessive chase for perfection, it has a dark side. And a single moment of weakness, just one mistake, is about to unravel everything he has so carefully built. So there's this period where things are tough, he's full of doubt, and, well, his heart wanders. He ends up having an affair with a famous actress, Nicolette Pink. But here's the twist. The affair itself wasn't the real mistake. It was the choice that led him there. Okay, so get this, because this is the crucial moment. Alfie used his power to undo a moment of jealousy he had with Gianna, a a small fight. He thought he was just fixing a little problem. But by doing that, his second choice, his new reality, led him down a completely different path, one that ended with the affair. He tried to fix one tiny crack, and in doing so, he shattered the entire foundation. And that is when he finds out about the most devastating rule of all, the one his family never told him. When it comes to love, this power has an absolutely irreversible consequence. By undoing that one moment of their love, he made it impossible for Gianna to ever truly fall in love with him again. The one thing he used his gift for was the one thing he could never get back. So, all of this brings us to the ultimate message of the novel. After a lifetime of do-overs and second chances, Alfie finally begins to understand the wisdom of just living life once. At the end of the day, the story is this really deep, poignant meditation on our desire for second chances. It shows us how that constant chase for a perfect, error-free life can actually make us lose the messy, beautiful, authentic life we already have. So what's the big takeaway here? Well, the novel seems to be saying that true growth doesn't come from erasing our imperfections, but from learning to embrace them. It's a powerful story about regret and the absolute limits of power, no matter how amazing it seems. It shows us that what we really need isn't the ability to undo our past, but the strength for forgiveness and redemption. And maybe, just maybe, the greatest gift isn't getting a second chance, but learning how to cherish the first one we've got. And that just leaves us with this final, really thought-provoking question that's at the core of this whole story. After all the rewinds, all the do-overs, and all the regrets, maybe the point isn't to get a second chance at all, but to simply do our best with the one and only chance we have.